Hello and welcome to yet another sit and talk with me, Lee, and with Deacon. I hope everybody's well. How's your week been, Deek?
Alive. Alive is the word I will use. I am alive.
Someone's got to do
I've recently found out I've had sleep problems for absolute years. But my restless leg syndrome, which is called RLS, has developed now into chronic fatigue. So I have chronic fatigue. I was doing a barbecue with my parents on Sunday, and I was literally like this. Like I felt like Michael J. Fox, bad times. I was like, and then I realized it was one of the side effects for when chronic fatigue really gets really bad. So I was like holding my beer and just going, spilling it down myself. It was bad days. But I'm alive. That's the key word. How about yourself, Lee? I see that you've had a development which you're hiding with a certain haircut. I feel like you need to show it off. You need to show the fans the merch. There we go. Look at
that. Like literally, I only wanted a little bit off, but
that's not bad. That looks pretty good.
The curtains have gone. The curtains.
No more curtains. Thank God. Thank God.
90s. But this week we've got a very important guest.
We do. We've got. So I will say, he does impressions, but his normal accent, we are going to need subtitles.
Yes, yeah, we are, mate.
We are going to need subtitles, but he does do impressions, and he does a pretty good Cockney accent, actually. To be honest, I was eating in the green room before we obviously went live, and all I heard was Arsenal this, Arsenal that, and all of this. And I'm just sitting there eating, muted, just going, yeah, all right then, boys. Yeah, no worries, not a problem. You crack on, no worries.
Well, the game we got on today is something else. We walked from Celtic to Livingston just before lockdown. We started at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's a crazy time to start a walk.
Yeah, we only drove up. We only got from Haywards Heath to Livingston. We got there and got the cab back. I think we met up about 2:30 in the morning. So it was a whole journey up there on the day.
Been burnt out badly before you even started.
Mate, I was just buzzing to get it done.
Yeah, of course.
Celtic are a huge club, and
yes, of course.
To me, it was something special. And Aaron put on a wonderful walk, and I met probably the most amazing people. And this lad being one of them, he proper made me laugh. And do you know what? We talk about this literally, mate. I was in pieces. I'm dying even now when I'm a little bit cheesed off or a little bit down. I think of him and the way he was speaking and trying to mimic my accent, and he got it down to a T, and he was just roasting me, and I just went, mate, this is what it's about, mate.
It gets you through. Never take life too seriously. That's what they say. You never make it out alive.
Yeah, if I'm feeling a little bit down, I'll send him a message. And the fact that on WhatsApp he said a voice note, just oh, what mate, how doing, mate? And you hear his proper accent, and it's just whoa.
It is. Well, obviously, we spoke just before we hit the live button, and his accents, you can't get them any further apart. To be honest, completely contrasting. You think it was a totally different person. But Lee, should we bring the gentleman in?
Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's commenting here. I am reading them. Jamie, hello. Congratulations on the EFL, English Football League. Putting your picture up and talking about your walk that we done on New Year's Eve, which was absolutely amazing. Sean, as ever, thank you for tuning in. Michael, I can't forget Michael. Hope the kids are well, mate. Sincerely hope that. Great guy. Sincerely, just he's another great guy that everybody just pushed themselves. It was just one of my favourite walks. And before he comes on, I'm gonna have to do something. This is what Aaron gave me, a Celtic scarf. I'm gonna have to put it on. I'm gonna have to put it on. And welcome our next guest, who mate, I just have to take myself off because I'll be laughing too much. But he has a genuine, sincere, honest story, and something that to me it needs to be told. He's a wonderful guy. Without further ado, mate, Kev, the legend that is. How are you, Kev?
Hello, I'm fine with my broad Scottish accent. I don't know whether I should be talking like this because you think this is my fake voice and I should be down on talking like you lot, not on mine.
Mate,
no, I'm not sure what you want because you can understand me like this. But the minute I start speaking like this, you don't understand. You're like, oh, it's James Bond up there.
I have no idea. I'll be honest, we were having a discussion about what you call water in Scotland.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did he say? And then Lee repeated what you said, and I went, oh yeah, totally got that. Yeah, totally, no problem.
I did 15 hours in this lad's company. It was just amazing. I just want to quickly say, good, Michael. I'm really happy the kids are well. Please send my love. I'd like to catch up with you soon. Give us a buzz, mate. Like I said, mate, these people were absolutely phenomenal. You know, I take my hat off to the Celtic supporters. Obviously, being a Fulham fan, you know, I have no allegiance to Celtic, but going up there, it was just, mate, I don't think I've laughed so much in my life. Like, literally, you know, when you're flaking it, you've got this Herbert here, like, causing blue murder, like, literally laughing and taking a mick out of me because, like, mate, it just really, really hit home to me how wonderful this was and how amazing these people are. And it's just, I just wanted to carry on. I just didn't want to stop. I didn't want to go to the game. I just wanted to carry on walking and walk back and just carry on going, mate. And that's what it is. But this is about Kevin today, and mate, I'm very thankful you're here. It does mean an absolutely huge amount to me. So where do we start? Obviously, if you want to put your story out there, I think that's probably the most important thing we're going to talk about today.
Very much so.
Well, this has been something that's kind of been buzzing about my head because I'm thinking, where do I start here? Because I wasn't diagnosed with anxiety and depression until I was the age of maybe 20, 25. But before then, I didn't know what anxiety was, and but I knew I was unhappy. Without getting into too much detail, when I was 13, something had happened, and through that, looking back now, I can see why I was a certain way and why what anxiety was, what it was doing to me, in the depression side of things. I think it's important, anybody that's listening just now as well, do a bit of research. I think that's because when you actually understand what anxiety is, it helps to understand how you reacted in certain things in the past. I found that anyway. But yeah, so I'm like, as I say, it's just kind of, I mean, I had a good upbringing. Me and my dad, brilliant, with like best friend. We always go to the Celtic games together and stuff like that. Big brother, big sister, they always looked out for me. And yeah, so, but that I suffered at the age of 13. I got counselling and stuff recently, which I've just finished, thankfully. And through the counselling, they helped me realise that what had happened, it was, I can't quite remember the name, but it was a certain kind of trauma. And that's why it held me back from a lot so much that I didn't realise. With regards to when you guys were saying about my impressions and stuff, I actually did. I actually went to the UK theatre school.
Did you?
In Glasgow, yeah. And I done a bit of extras work, so I done a couple of films, TV shows. I was in Taggart, believe it or not, Lee.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so back in the 80s, you're showing your age, aren't you?
I was playing a junkie.
With a Scottish accent. God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So all that was good, and sometimes, like, I mean, I did a scene in a film. It's called Perfect Sense now, but it was called The Last Word. Unfortunately, it got rewritten. But I done a scene with Ewan McGregor, and I was covered in the fake blood and stuff like that, and I had to walk past them and look scared. So I done that, and I done it. We done the scene about 3-4 times, and one of the other extras came up to me and were like, "Dude, you just done a scene with Ewan McGregor and you spoke to him. How was it and stuff? And it didn't faze me.
Yeah.
But what I started to notice is things like that. That should be the happiest moments in my life. Doing things like that, like just things like being 18, being 21, going to celebrate them and stuff. I was never happy. And I couldn't quite understand. And there was a lot of questions that I wanted to know, but I couldn't quite get the questions. Yeah. So luckily enough, not luckily enough that I had a breakdown when I was 25. It was pretty bad. And
how old are you now, Kev?
I'm 30. Sorry, I'm 30 years old now. I look about 12, but it's fine. And I had a bit of a bad time at then, and that's when I first got introduced to antidepressants and things like this. And at first there was the shame, I need to take tablets, or that sort of a stuff. But eventually I got used to taking them. I was good at taking them, and I knew that I needed to take this to make myself work right. I met my lovely wife at that age that I was now, and she's been like amazing. She's like in my rock, really. She's just having that someone that will listen and will help. Again, I'm trying to get a good timeline for you, putting this in place, because so I apologise if this isn't coming out proper, but
it's fine.
It's just like, so there was that, and then from the age of 25 right up until now, like I do struggle just now. Still have the ups and downs. That's what mental illness is, isn't it? It's kind of the way I like to look at it is it's like grieving. You don't ever go over it, but you learn to cope with it. Yeah, so right. And that's the kind of thing that that's the kind of the way that I look at it now. But basically, like, long story short, probably back in December, the beginning of December, I was in my workplace, and it was a new job that a new role that I get put into in the job and stuff, and it can be quite demanding for somebody that's not done it before or whatever. And it's fast paced. I work in a biscuit factory, McVitie's, so you've got to be hand coordination and all that sort of stuff. And some of the people can be quite intimidating at times as well. So you've got to kind of bear all these kind of politics in mind, and you've got to kind of be on target and make sure you're not screwing things up and stuff. And to someone, with a mental illness, the weest thing can be the biggest thing. So I'm kind of like, oh, damn it, I've messed this up, I've done this wrong. What are they thinking of me? All these things rumbling through your head. And this one morning, I went into work and hadn't had anything to eat, which I learned in anxiety is a no-no, because obviously with nothing in your stomach, your anxiety levels just right through the roof. So, and I just felt this overwhelming sensation to cry and just kind of like shaking, and I'm like, what was wrong? I couldn't understand what was wrong with me, but everything was intimidating me to the point I felt I was choking. So luckily enough, I managed to come off the line, and my work's been great. They're big on mental health, so my work's been fantastic and supporting me. And luckily enough, my father works in there as well. He's like a union boss, so luckily enough, I was able to. He would be able to come down into the wee room that I was in and support me there and make sure that I was all right. So that was great. But at the time, it wasn't, because I with anxiety, the flight or fight kind of thing, you start going to. I'm looking at the sharpest things in the room. I'm looking at a wire. I'm looking at different things. And I struggled with suicidal thoughts for years and years, but they were never that bad, to the point where it was the voice in my head was saying, "This is all you can do. This is it. Just get out. It's the easiest way out. There'll be no more pain." And you felt that kind of trappedness, because you still love everybody. You don't want to let them down. You love them, and you don't want to make them sad or rip things up. But at the same time, you don't want to keep, it's another day of this and being me and all that sort of a thing. So that was on the Tuesday. I get taken up to. No, sorry, that wasn't. It was in January. You get occupational health, so they phone up and check up and stuff. And I had the woman was phoning that Wednesday for me. That morning, I usually check my online bank, make sure that I get paid and stuff. the money hadn't been in my account, so that was my trigger, wasn't it? So when I didn't get paid the money in my account, I'm thinking, I can't pay my bills, I can't do this, I can't support. And I immediately a failure, and I start worrying and I start shaking and all that sort of stuff. So I remember FaceTiming my father and telling him about it, and then coming off to him, I just felt like the loneliest person on the planet. I just felt in a dark place. So immediately, I can't even, it's crazy because I don't remember going into the kitchen, but I remember just snapping into this trance, and kind of the phone went again. And this is the crazy, like, things are meant to be. I really do believe that, guys. Like, because I was halfway into my wrist cutting it, and the phone had went, and it was occupational health, and she's like, are you okay? And obviously she heard the distress I was in. I had to be honest at that time because I didn't really know what I was doing myself apart from that, you know what I mean? So so I done that. She phoned the ambulance and notified my father and my wife, and they rushed up to the house, everything. So basically you're waiting on an ambulance crew coming. They want to take you in because you're at risk, all that kind of stuff. So took me in. There was about 8-9 hours in A&E. Got seen to a mental health nurse, right? Both refer you to a crisis team, all this sort of stuff. And I was like, okay, but you still don't feel like you've been helped. Like, you still got this feeling like, yeah, that's all right, but it's not. It's just papering over the cracks. It's not helping it, sort of a thing. So
I agree.
So I was just like, that felt a bit hopeless. So I remember I listened to a podcast, probably November time, I think it was, and it was about Time to Tackle, the group that I'm with just now, and Erin Conley, and it was his story. And I remember just listening to that, and I got to the end of that story, and I bawled my eyes out for ages because I was just like, that I could relate to the points that he was talking about. And I just thought, geez, oh. So basically the next day from me, that morning, just on my phone, and I seen the Time to Tackle was retweeted on Twitter, and I thought, you know something? Something was just saying to me, I need to go there. I need to just go there and do what I need to do, and just kind of, hopefully this is, what else have I got to lose? Do you know what I mean? It was either that, being dead serious, guys, it was either go there or I wasn't going to be here. That was the plain truth, and it sounds horrible, but that's the way it was. And sorry if I'm speaking too fast, by the way.
That's fine.
No, not a problem.
I know sometimes it's us Scots are kind of 100 mile an hour, aye. But so, and I went to that group, and my God, it made me feel 10 times tall. We went in, you get a wee game of football, everybody's dead welcoming and friendly, all these strangers. And then you get into that room and you just open up and everybody's sharing. And that right there, and anybody watching that just can't feel what they can talk, please, like, guys like us, we're evidence that you talk, it helps, because it helped me so much, and it's like, it's just as good. It's probably, if not better, in my opinion, than antidepressants and painkillers, although you should still take them, but that is like kind of work both hand in hand kind of thing, because like speaking and being in, when you can, other people that can relate to your story and you can relate to other people's story, there's this connection that you get, which will lead me on to this walk. Because at that night that I was there, I went the next night and they spoke about this walking talk, and I was thinking, well, I'd never heard it before, and I was like, that's interesting. And then they were saying, oh, it's I heard they done the Rangers one, and then they were saying, oh, we're going to be doing one from Celtic Park to Livingston and stuff. And I thought, this is good. I'm enjoying myself coming here now, opening up, sharing the experience, helping others as well. Like, you know, exactly, you guys know, you know what I mean? It's helping others is just what a feeling that is. Like, you don't even want anything in return. It's just seeing other people do well helps you, isn't it?
No,
so,
agree.
Oh, big time. So, Erin had mentioned it in a group, if anybody else wants to sign up, and I thought, yeah, put me up for that. I need to challenge myself mentally. I need to do something. And so that's when that kind of transpired, and it's like, right, we'll sign you up. So I was like, brilliant. So signing up for it and stuff. So, I mean, in the space of 2 weeks between doing that walk and joining Time to Tackle, it was just a crazy 24 hours from probably, there could have been a funeral, or there was this elevating and just keep on going and doing what we're doing. And yeah, like I said, just amazing. And so getting along to that, the build up, don't get me wrong, I was nervous, like anybody would be. You're kind of like, new people, are they going to like me? How's it going to be? How's it going to come across and stuff? So luckily, Kevin here decided to take, I think it was 12 cans of Red Bull on the walk.
I think it was, mate.
Great idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was moonwalking before you guys came. It was brilliant. So, honestly, and then we went, like, the way to describe this walk, I would say it was a journey with every possible emotion you can think of. And just like from start to finish and getting to know, me and Lee were best of friends. It's brilliant. It's like it's almost like a family kind of connection, I think you get from it. And like, because we all stay in touch sometimes as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's brilliant. And just like we say, the laughs that you have, but also the seriousness point at the end of that video that you see, or the video you put out in the socials when I'm overwhelmed and I'm crying and stuff, that was basically like 29 years of my life, just right there, just and all the sad points. And like, but it was joy. It wasn't pain, it was joy, because it was like, but like yourself and everybody else just egging me on, like, I'll carry you through this, just you saying that in my ear, and we'll do it, we'll get there. And it's, I didn't appreciate the fact you kept saying, oh, it's just round the corner, and we were like 15 minutes away. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
It's a pattern. It's a pattern with
he's sworn me many a time.
There's only one hill. It's round the corner. That sort of thing. Yeah. It's a pattern. It's a pattern.
So, but I mean, to people that know me, like, I've like some just the way that I rose up and kind of like, I suppose I would describe myself as a phoenix in that situation, just rising for the ashes again, just kind of reborn. Like,
good analogy.
And that's basically what it was like. And it's just I can't wait for future ones to come along again, and meet you in person, Deek, and probably roast you a wee bit as well, because Arsenal, mate, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, bruv.
Especially at the moment, we don't talk about it. It's just like Voldemort or Harry Potter. We just don't.
No, we go like, it's a really interesting story. I know that me and you spent a hell of a lot of time talking to each other. It was just, we were at the back just trying to push everybody on, and then obviously learning your story and understanding. I never met you from Adam. I didn't know who you were. And you know, you're in a close proximity to someone that you've never met for 15 hours, and you're both there to achieve the same goal. And the encouragement, the desire to achieve things together is just so important. You know, when Kev kept me laughing the whole way through, I would just like talk to everybody else, and I'd come back to Kev, and he was, oh, mate, I was in stitches. I ain't slept for like 24 hours, and I'm doing a 33-mile walk.
We were beatboxing and everything. I've never beatboxed in my life, and we were giving them big things, big things.
He was doing Terry. I'm a big Phone Jacker fan, and obviously he was doing all the accents. And I was just like, how is this Scottish lad with a really harsh,
and it's a strong accent, like
putting up all these accents. And we stopped off. Ali come over, and I think it must have been about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Ali, who's a Rangers fan, come off and dropped off some stuff. He'd done the Rangers walk, I think 2 weeks prior, and he come over all bouncing, and it was good to see him. And then me and Kev were just talking, and he started to do like all these impressions, and it gave me a boost, and it was just like seeing someone else's identity and that coming out. And then obviously going through the whole walk, you know, towards the end, Kev was struggling. There was no two ways about it, but I wouldn't let him give up. It was just like, I will carry you if I have to. To me, I wanted, like, I spent so much time with him. I just put my arm around him and said, we're going to do it, whether you like it or not. And like he said, like, around the corner, it was ages, to be fair. But I kept telling him. And then when we got to, as Kevin said there, you know, I put on the socials today the film of him, emotional, and to see him walk over to his wife and give her the biggest hug, you know, I took a step back, And I just went, this has just been unbelievable. I have met the most unbelievable people. I've laughed, I've cried, I've made friends for life. And every one of them, Lorna, Michael, the Callums, Aaron, there's so many wonderful people that really hit home to me. And there was just so much positivity, and I never thought I would see that north of the border, if I'm honest, being an English guy. But everybody was so welcoming, so nice. It's just. I often think about this walk and think, oh my God, I just want to go back again. I want to do something so much bigger and just carry on and just go there and come back 60 miles. I don't care. I'll do it in 2 days. Let's do it and just laugh and just. It is just a phenomenal experience when you go north of the border. I know Sean was talking there; he missed north of the border, but got to give a shout out to 2 lads that come up from Nottingham, that drove up from Nottingham and Rotherham respectively. Paul and John. They both come up on the midweek on a Tuesday night. Yeah, we drove up Tuesday, and obviously we met up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And them two, that was just another thing that just blew me away as well. That people are willing to travel for this, and it just blew my mind. It's just, but I loved every minute of it. It was just something quite unique, and every walk is so different. I don't think people understand that every walk is so different. Everybody brings something else to the plate that weren't there last walk, and obviously Kevin with his impressions and his laughter and. It really hit home to me when I met Kevin. I think he's a laugh a minute maniac. He constantly laughing, but I knew deep down inside there was something that was itching to come out. And being around people that actually care about you, we might know each other 15 hours, and walked and done something together. That's so important, and it gives people a release. It gives them time to talk about their own problems and share it. And then you listen to someone else's problems, and you both come to a conclusion.
Circle of life. That's it.
Hey, we're all in this together. This is why Walk and Talk come about, because I thought I was alone, and then I realised I wasn't. Seeing facts, and I went, if me and my best pal ain't talking, who the hell ain't talking? So I want to meet as many men as possible and walk as many miles as possible, and just enjoy it and make friends and just be nice, and. Nice, it's amazing. Would you do another one, Kev?
100%. 100%. When I can, when it's available, I'll be there. Definitely.
What was it like doing? Obviously, I know that we do. Well, obviously, Walk and Talk have done a lot of walks, but doing one at starting at 3 a.m. in the morning. Even the very beginning is going to be quite taxing and grueling mentally and physically on somebody that's not done it before. Obviously, Lee is he's done a few. By this point, obviously I say that lightly, and Kevin. So 3 a.m. in the morning. What were you thinking? Because obviously getting on board with something like this is fantastic. Obviously, I did an Arsenal to Palace one. It's sort of 7, 8, 9 a.m. I can't remember what time it was, but I think it was like 9 a.m. We started walking because Lee turned up after we started walking, because Lee's, he's very prompt with his time. I think it's an extra element to think about. Some people, especially with anxiety and and mental health issues, late evenings it gets quite dark and daunting, because I feel in the evenings, for me, I'm sort of left more with my own thoughts than I am during the morning, because I start the day well, and then as the day progresses, I get a little bit progressively worse with my mental health. But 3 a.m. in the morning, Kevin, what were you thinking? Was it you're like, yes, let's do this, or and the 12 Red Bulls, or back in your mind?
The very first thing you said there, yes, let's get moving. I was absolutely buzzing. Like I could not. I don't even think I did sleep. I was just lying in bed, and I was like,
in the group
get
chat,
myself psyched up for it, and it was me in the group chat beforehand. I was annoying everybody. People trying to get to sleep. I'm going, where my food, everybody? Like, just getting ready. It's just, but I like things like that. But I like things that are kind of out of the box and just kind of like 3 a.m. Of course, it's not a normal time, but I loved it because I'm like, we're going on an adventure. That's what it was like. You know what I mean? Kind of like,
Good way to look at it.
So I was absolutely buzzing, and then even getting started, like I didn't during that whole walk. Time wasn't something that crossed my mind. I didn't even care what time of day it was because I was just enjoying the moment and I was enjoying the people that were around me. So it was more of just kind of like, well, we know where we're walking to, and we know where we're going to, but my head's not really in that just now because I'm too busy kind of interacting with everybody else that you're kind of, and I mean, I must say, like 15, 20 minutes into that walk, you just felt so much at ease. It's the strangest feeling ever, but it's like, sometimes like if we're being pulled down or whatever, but you're at a funeral sometimes, and it's like you've got the service, and then sometimes after the service, you've got the wee get together after it.
Yep.
And then the mood kind of lifts a wee bit because you all start talking about how good the person was and stuff. And it's kind of similar to that in a sense because you were kind of like, for me anyway, like I was just such a dark place to this buzzing now. I've got all these people I can speak to. These new challenges, these new things to do. Your whole world kind of opens up a wee bit more the more you give out to it, I think. And that's kind of what had happened there in doing that as well, especially like, and just keeping everybody going, and like we all had that one thing in common, and it was to complete the walk, or even just doing the walk, but also just be there for everybody in the togetherness, which is an amazing thing. And I think it's especially with this COVID just now. It's like, I mean, when this is all over, things like this is going to explode because so many people will be struggling mentally, and I mean. You've heard it before. Sometimes people say, "Oh, you need to talk and you need to do this and you need to that." But sometimes, when you're in that place, it's just words, and sometimes you can see past them. But I cannot reiterate enough that you have to just open yourself up to the idea of just maybe that one person will listen, and I promise you they will, because it saved me, and just the people that I've met, and obviously you're on this show, and he's one of them right there in the top left corner of my screen. But like, I'm speechless now because it's that kind of buzz it gives you. Like I'm buzzing being on the show.
I'm not even.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not even joking, mate. I feel quite tearful at the moment.
Don't you cry, man.
Mate, I feel tearful. We had like 50. I've only met you once, okay, on this walk. And I connected so well with you. I've never laughed so much. We've done ready walks and all that. We've had a laugh and all that. But you come at it from a different angle, and that's what I like about humans. We're all different. We're all unique. Be you. You don't have to be anything you're not on these walks. Be you. Open up, talk, and when me and you were at the end, I was just determined. I didn't care how long it took us. We were doing it. If we missed the football, we missed the football. But I really didn't care. I was like, Kev, I'm with you constantly. Come on, mate, you could do it. You could do it. You could piss off your English kid. It was everything. And I just loved every moment of it. And like, I have to think about it. And I just smile. And like, like Aaron put on a wicked walk. I love Aaron. Aaron is going to come on this show very soon. I wanted you two together, but then I ain't got enough guests. So I'm going to put Aaron on himself as well, so we get more of episodes and so forth. But back to you, I just find it just mine and your paths would never have met had it not been this. Likewise, Deacon. Yeah. Likewise, everybody in the comments, our paths would not have met. So it's a unique thing that we all have here. We all know each other. We've got Palace fans commenting here who, to me, are amazing. We've got Reading fans, again, amazing. We've got Celtic fans, Rangers fans, everybody commenting down here. We all support different teams, but we come together for one goal. And that's why we got the conversation. And
that's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter. You look beyond that team sometimes because the only team that matters is us. Yeah. Just us as humans, just kind of helping each other. And just then the organicness of that, and just the kind of natural way that we just kind of like, you see somebody down, I need to help them. Sort of a thing as well, and just, you know what I mean? Yeah. And maybe not so much now, you'd need to kind of elbow bump them with this. Have a mask on, but you know what I mean? But like, 100%, just that's what it's all about. That it's like you say, we all have that one goal. We all want to be better. We want to help other people be better. And it's just, I know myself, how many times, if you guys are people watching, you beat yourself up so many times. Like, you just kind of, and sometimes it's nice to just hear from the outside somebody giving you a positive comment or a positive chat. And the minute you hear that, you're kind of like, I start believing that now, sort of a thing. And the less you believe in the self-doubt that you've got in yourself, sort of a thing. I know you're going to ask, so I'm going to get it out of the way, but you want the Terry Tibbs, don't you?
Mate, I tell you what, when you ain't had a sleep for 24 hours and this geezer you barely met comes up and does this, and bearing in mind I've got a bit of a thing for Terry Tibbs, I love him on YouTube, and this geezer comes up and does Terry Tibbs, mate, it just blew my mind. I don't think, again, mate, I can't emphasize how much happiness Kev brings me as a person. I'm not too sure about anybody else, but the happiness that he brings me, and the fun, the laughter, to me, that's what this is all about. It's all about being you as an individual. It's all about you having a laugh. We're here for something very, very serious. Okay, but I don't believe in being down and moped all the time. To me, I believe in being positive, have a laugh.
The celebration.
Take the mick out of each other. Obviously, there's going to be some words you don't limits. Like Deke Arsenal, we were winding him up just before we come on air, and
we're losing 1-0. We're losing 1-0. Andrew, thank you very much for notifying me. As I said, Kevin, before before we started streaming, I was like, just give me an excuse to click that X button so it closed down the stream. We're 1-0 down. We're 1-0 down. It's I think it's gonna be 4 or 5. But yeah, you've got to just be able to just have a laugh and stuff like that. And I say it all the time. It's I really believe in cliche sayings because it's a saying that's used repetitively because it means so much. So when someone goes, "Oh, it's so cliche," and it's like because it hits home. It's the correct words to use, and don't take life too seriously. You can't. You've got to just have a laugh. Because at the end of the day, we'll all be in different circumstances in 5-10 years' time, and you'll look back and you'll go, "Why did I get wound up? Or why did I get emotional about that particular situation or certain conversation or whatever?" Just have a laugh. Just have a laugh. And you got to be positive.
I just want to say, Jay, the Evertonian, good lad. Like literally. Really.
Our Jay, we love our Jay. We do. He's on the Blues.
Close your eyes, it's still a black, isn't it? Close your eyes, it's still a black. Jay's a great lad, and I really make him right. Social media is a very powerful tool if used correctly. As I found out over the week, it's a wonderful thing. It's put me in touch with so many wonderful people, and people like yourself, Kev, Deke, so many people, and it's just a word of mouth, isn't it? If we all come together and try to help each other. It's no skins off our nose. If we can just give an example, if we can just explain our story to one person and that saves one person's life, to me, that is just job done. Not job done, but that to me is like, wow, that is money can't buy that stuff. To me, it's just coming together, getting together, having an understanding of each other, and just geeing each other on. I think. To me, the walks are like a 24-hour life in a 24-hour period. You're excited, like Kev was when he set off. Halfway through it, you're like, "My God, is this ever going to end? Like, what's going on, mate? I just feel like I'm going." And then, obviously, at the end, it's like euphoria. You've made it, you've achieved it. Is a buzz. I still, after God knows how many walks and how many miles, I still get a buzz from it. And seeing people like Kev, Michael, Callum's, Aaron, so forth achieve it as well, and Lorna, achieving it, to me, it kind of hits home to me, and I'm more proud of them than I am of anything else, because you reach outside the box or think outside the box. To me, 33 miles? Was it 33 miles?
33 or 34, I think.
Yeah, that's a long.
That's another question as well, Kev. Walking is walking, but 34 miles of walking. Did you prepare yourself for this, or did you just chuck yourself in and deal with the blisters afterwards?
Actually, surprisingly enough, I didn't have any blisters. Maybe a wee bit of chafing. But I had the talcum powder at ready.
Good man.
She was taking me to put it down there.
It was safe.
But I didn't prepare. But I think, to me, I kind of proved what I done with that was I sort of approved to myself that, and I think everybody can. As in, if you set your mind to that something that you just see, you want to complete this, you see that end goal that, do you know something, I want to achieve that. I don't care how many miles it is. I just want to walk from A to B and get there. And that's sort of what it was like. And
Time
like,
flew so quick, didn't it?
oh,
It flew. It
definitely. Like, it didn't sink into 2 or 3 days later that I'd actually walked that far. Until I looked on the map and stuff, and I'm going, geez, to what it was like. But like, I think when you can put your mind to anything and you can do it, 100%.
Very
And
well
that's
said.
what that was.
I was trying to get Kev. Obviously, this was on a Wednesday night. So Wednesday, we walked Wednesday 3 o'clock in the morning, and we walked all the way because the game was on a Wednesday at Livingston. So we were walking and all that. So we're getting talking to each other. I'm trying to rally troops up for the Saturday walk from Dulwich to Willstone. And I still had this Celtic scarf that Aaron gave me on my backpack doing that walk on the Saturday. It was no one took me up on the offer, if I'm honest. I was a bit disappointed in everyone up there. Disappointed. I thought you would come down and give a brother a hand, man. It's just.
Well, I would have, but there was a choice of that or sitting in a house with a fine wine with my wife. I think I know what I'm going to pick. You know what I mean?
I love it, mate. Could you imagine the voice notes that I send him a voice note? I'm rubbish with accents, and I'll send him a voice note. Kev, how are you, mate? You all right? Rah, rah, rah. And there you go, Terry Tibbs. Oh, mate, it's just something else. It just always cheers me up, and that's a massive credit to you, Kev. You know, I think that, you know, I think you don't give yourself enough credit. If I'm good, you're a really, really, really nice guy. You're also funny, which is a double bonus. But all round nice guy, and you know, we were talking, and we did get quite personal on a few things, and I think you kind of put yourself down a little bit, and I don't like that for you. I think the world's your oyster, mate. You're a great lad to be around. You're fun, and you know, you give good advice as well, which is quite key in today's life. You know, empathy is a wonderful thing, and having understanding of someone else's emotions and so forth is it's amazing. And then, you know, dogged determination, you can achieve anything you want. And I'm being honest with that. I think the world of you, mate. There's no question about that. And Michael just said here, I didn't recover for about a week. Michael is another guy that is. I want to get Michael on here as well. He's a great guy. He's got a lot broader accent than Kevin. Mate, I had to say what? Who? What? But yeah, he's a good guy, and obviously he's got his reasons for coming on the walk. But again, everybody's dogged determination was phenomenal. And you take a lot from that when you look over and you see people are struggling, and in your head you're struggling and trying to be tough, but then you kind of realise that everybody else is struggling.
Well, you're all in it together. You know what I mean? You're all in it together. It's that thing of what's that? They do it in the military where they sit and you put their backs to each other, so you prop each other up, so you kind of sleep with your backs to each other, so one doesn't fall in the mud and stuff like that. Yeah. I think they do it in Forrest Gump. I think Forrest Gump and what's his name, Bubba. They do it in there where they sleep against each other's backs. It's kind of the same premise here with Walk and Talk. You know, we're all in the same boat, so the empathy levels is always going to be the top, because we all know that we're all going through certain circumstances, and we just want a little bit of a hand, you know.
Yeah, and I think doing the walk definitely gives everybody something. You know, you do walk away from it not questioning it. I think you feel elated and joy and euphoria, and you meet new people, which is always a bonus. You know, in today's society, it's very easy to get trapped into the social media circle where you think your followers are your friends, you know everybody, but you know, meeting face to face to me is the key part of all of this, because you can 100%. Check someone's emotions, you can check everything about that person, and you can make a judgment right there or then. You know. And seeing, not suffering, I wouldn't say suffering, but people struggling on the walk, and then you run over to them and go, "Come on, we got this. Come on, we can dig deep, man. You got this. Come on, put your arm around them. Talk to me."
There was actually some swear words in there, I'll be honest. Wasn't it just come on, get on there? And I was like,
yeah, I beasted you a little bit, didn't I? I did beast you.
Oh yeah. Well, that means something Scotland, so I would use another term, but it's all right.
I grilled you, mate. I don't even want to know. Knowing you, mate. Knowing you, it's not. Mate, but this is the whole point of it, isn't it? Is to meet people and have fun.
Yep.
Just get on with it. So, Kev, during lockdown, have you kept up your walking at all?
Yeah, no. Kind of like at the start, I was more active at the start and kind of like in the middle and stuff. But kind of just, I don't know how to explain it. Just kind of like, everybody kind of get fed. There was only so many walks you could go on, sort of a thing at the time. So it was kind of like, kind of getting fed up with. Like even trying different routes and stuff, and then you'd be like, I can't be bothered using my legs anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like
I think most of the country felt like, most of the UK felt like that, definitely.
But there was also that it was a different kind of anxiety because you were walking. It was just surreal when you're walking on a pavement and you have to cross the road when somebody's come towards you. Or they do vice versa and stuff, and just that sort of because I think maybe like the first couple of weeks in lockdown when you're walking along the street and usually you say hi or a nod of the head and something. There was nothing. It was quite scary. It was just kind of like a blank stare and just kind of walk right past, and you were like, right, okay, kind of not sure I like this sort of a thing. You know what I mean? But so like, I've just kind of surviving like everybody in this. You just got to keep positive in it. Like the more we get back to, we're eventually getting back to normality, and whenever this virus is going, hopefully that'll help. But I think we're kind of gradually getting a wee bit back to life. So
yeah, I think we do need to get back. I'm missing the long walks and meeting up with people like yourself, Deke, and everybody else. I'm gagging for it. The football's not football. It needs to just finish the season, get it done with. I'm bored of it already.
Just training games, isn't it?
If we go up, if Fulham go up, they go up. If they don't, it's another walk to Reading and it's another walk to Wickham. That's the way I'm looking at it. It is what it is. I'm gagging to get back to walking. It's really, I wouldn't say it's taken hold of me, but a bit like yourself, and I suppose Deke's the same. You can only walk so far. The government's telling you this, that, and the other. You don't really want to go out, if I'm honest. But
it's getting more and more frustrating now because everyone has to, in certain circumstances, wear one of these stupid things on your face. And with someone like myself who suffers from respiratory disease anyway, asthma, using one of these I find quite tricky mentally and physically to be able to go about. And every now and again I'll cough because of my asthma. So people look at me as if I am a leper. So going out in public, especially in the stressful and unknown circumstances that we're in at the moment around the world, not obviously just in the UK, but around the world, it's tough, and structure is really, really important now because we're all starting to realize, even before you're like, oh, I never really realized I may have had anxiety, or the D word as I call it. So it's all starting to really come out the woodwork right now, and I think people are realizing that people that have had these issues prior to the current world circumstances, there's a little bit more empathy there and a little bit more understanding. So I'm hoping positives come out from when everything goes back to normal.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously I'm going to totally change the subject, boys. Totally change it. We've got a big walk coming up. Everybody is welcome. Details will be out tomorrow, but since as you're watching, we might as well tell you. We're going to walk around. I don't know if you had the amazing news regarding Haywards Heath choosing us as their charity partner for the forthcoming season, which to me is just blown me away. They're an absolutely phenomenal team, and they do so much. I walked from Lewis to Haywards Heath last July, pre-season, and they were all so supportive of it. So obviously we've carried on and done what we needed to do, and they've picked us to be their charity for the season. So on the 8th of August, we are going to spend 24 hours, which will be live streamed, walking around Hanbury Park, but they've named it the NHS Stadium for obvious reasons. Everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcome. Obviously, I need names and so forth, but you can go around on your own, do how many laps you want to do, and then I'll be there for 24 hours, encouraging people, and everybody, any slots that don't fit in, I'll be launching myself into that, or my son will be bullied into it, I should say.
Good man. Good man.
But no, I'm looking really forward to it, and I can't thank Hayward Heath enough.
It's going to be brilliant.
If you ain't following them, follow them. You know,
already done that. Yeah, get involved.
What it is, great team, great setup, and let's hope we can be something positive in what is a very, very challenging time for so many people.
Yep, 100%.
Yep. I'll tell you, Sammy, a Maserati Fair 200. Talk to me.
Could you imagine this for 15 hours?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think you got not much love.
George said, do you fancy a train?
Yes, George.
Yes, I'm all about it. Down to Hayward Heath?
All about the trains, yes. 100%.
You're working, I've already asked you.
I'm all working. I know, but no. My boss could be watching.
He just wants to get involved, and he's completely forgot about everything else that's going on.
That's what happens, but you get excited. Commitments. Well, try and set up another one night, and I'll be after.
I will. There's got to be quite a few. There's got to be quite a few that are coming up. But like I said, everybody's welcome to this. It's going to be a combination of two things, obviously, for the club and for Walk and Talk to achieve big things. You know, I think to myself down here, non-league football is such a big thing down here. I think
it's very important.
COVID and so forth. I think a lot of clubs are going to be struggling hugely.
If they've not already struggled.
Yeah, if we, us as fans, well, not fans, but the local team, if you could just reach out and help them, to me, it's just what it's all about. You know, football should be for everybody, and every community should have a football club, and every community should be able to talk about men's mental health and use football as a tool for that, as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
I will never stop fighting for it. Kev, any final words from you, sir, the Messiah?
I just want to give up a big respect to my man Lee. Deek, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure, mate. I know you're an Arsenal fan, but it's all right.
It's for my sins. We equalised. Lacker's equalised. So I might have to watch the rest of the game on the old phonage a little bit later on. 100%. Sean has already put as well. Will Deke be there? Yes, I will make an appearance. My face will grace the Hayward Heath Football Club's pitches. Don't worry about that. I'm very much looking forward to getting involved. 100%.
And it is buying a Hayward Heath shirt, which is...
I really want to get a Hayward Heath shirt. 100%. I want to wear it throughout the time. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Have they got a song?
Have they got a song?
Shout.
There's about 85 people that go down there every week. There are a lot of quiet people. Get down there, mate. Bring. Actually, mate,
I'm going to create a song for them. Where Hayward Heath were wonderful. Where Hayward Heath were wonderful. Big it up down, because it's like London, innit?
Mate, I think you should bring the Celtic, the Green Brigade. I think you should bring them down to Hayward Heath and let flares off and big banners and signs. I don't think the boys will know what happened.
Unbelievable, cuz. Unbelievable, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I can't thank you enough for coming on. To me, it's just always good to catch up with you, pal. It's
a pleasure. But admit it, you had to have a solo show with me and it. Have the two great guys having their solo shows, I think, because if it was together, I don't know if my light would have shined across enough for you guys to kind of handle my accents, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah. I always understood you, mate. I always understood you. You're like one of the best guys I ever met in my life, and that's a sincere, honest thing.
I appreciate it. Back at you.
Mate, you're a good guy, and never forget that. Send my love to your lovely wife. Give her a massive hug for me. If you haven't seen the video of our walk from Celtic to Livingston, I'll put it in the description. And it's well worth a watch. You know, there's some really good highlights in that, and so I can't thank everybody for standing up and being part of what we all believe in. And let's hope for the next couple of weeks, months, and years we push on forward and by fans, for fans, and
that's it,
doing something positive.
That's it.
Something positive. Kevin, wonderful,
pleasure.
mate.
Thank
Wonderful, Deke. Wonderful
Legends.
as ever, mate.
Kevin, it's been
Hope you
wonderful
lose
to meet
tonight.
you, man. It really is. Hopefully, you know, in the future, we can take the mick out of Arsenal Fan TV.
Bruv, we can spit some bars, man. we can rock it up, man. We be like, get on this team, man. We be doing it real. We be repping, bro.
Mate, there's no accent he can't do. I love it. I love it. I love it. But next week, keep an eye on the website. I think we have a special guest next week. Not that Kevin wasn't a special guest.
He's done now. He's done now. Get him out of here. Right, we're done now.
Get out of the way.
Honeymoon period is over.
He's a nobody. Get him out.
that Council Estate water drinking weirdo.
There he is. There he is.
Right. Till next week, people. Keep talking. If you can, keep walking. If you can, please subscribe. You know,
yes.
It does mean a lot. Please subscribe. We got a
like
lot
the video as well, guys. Get us out there. Share the video. Up. You know, get it out there. Takes seconds.
Be good, everybody. Thanks, Kev, mate. I'll speak to you in a minute. Cheers.